Hello my dear children, good afternoon. Welcome back to today's online class. I am Radhika, your geography teacher. Children, we will studying Geography Chapter 7, Lifelines of National Economy. Today you have a part 3. Children, in the last 2 sections we discussed about means of transport. Which all are the means of transport we used for the movements of goods and services? That is land, water and airways. In the land, there are roadways, railways and pipelines. That topic we completed. Then today's your topic is waterways. Let's see. Waterways are the cheapest means of transport. Waterways are the cheapest means of transport. Then cheapest means less expensive. Okay, waterways are the less expensive means of transport. Which are the cheapest means of transport? Waterways. They are most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods. Okay, waterways are most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods. Which means of transport is most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods? Yes, waterways. It is fuel efficient. That means it prevents wasteful consumption of fuel. That means it need only less fuel. That is called it is fuel efficient. Children, which are the cheapest means of transport? Waterways are the cheapest means of transport. Which transport are most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods? Yeah, waterways are most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods. And which mode of transport is fuel efficient? Yes, that is waterways. It is environment friendly mode of transport. That means it avoiding that pollution. Okay, it is environment friendly mode of transport. India has a vast navigation waterways of 14,500 km in length. India has a vast navigation waterways. Navigation waterways means what? Through the water, through the river we can travel. Okay. India has a vast navigation waterways of 14,500 km in length. They are natural routes, hence do not involve cost of construction. It is a natural routes. That means rivers are the natural resource. That is why we no need to spend any money for the construction of waterways. Clear, children? Waterways are the cheapest means of transport. They are most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods. It is fuel efficient. It is environment friendly mode of transport. India has a vast navigation waterways of 14,500 kilometers in length, and they are natural routes, hence do not involve cost of construction. Okay, children. Next, national waterways. The national waterways means some of the waterways have been declared as the national waterways by the government. Some of the waterways have been declared as national waterways by the government. Let's see how many national waterways we have. Okay. National waterways 1, National waterways 2, National waterways 3, National waterways 4 and National waterways 5. First one, National waterways number 1. The Ganga river between Allahabad and Haldia. Okay, national waterways number 1. The Ganga river between Allahabad and Haldia. Allahabad means that is in Uttar Pradesh. Haldia means that is in West Bengal. Can you see this dark violet color, children? From here. That is Allahabad to Haldia. That is Ganga river. This waterways is called as National Waterways number 1. The Ganga river between Allahabad and Haldia. Allahabad, from here to this is the way. Okay, this is the Haldia. Clear, children? Then next, National Waterways number 2. The Brahmaputra river between Sadia and Dhubri. Okay, the next, first we said the Ganga river between Allahabad and Haldia. Second, Brahmaputra. From here, Sadia to Dhubri, both in Assam. Clear, children? Okay, the Brahmaputra river between Sadia and Dhubri waterways are called National Waterways number 2. First one, National Waterways number 1, Ganga river between Allahabad and Haldia. Second, the Brahmaputra river between Sadia and Dhubri, both are in Assam. This is the second National Waterways. Okay, then next one, third, the National Waterways number 3. The West Coast Canal in Kerala, that is in our place. Okay, West Coast Canal. Okay, that is in the west side. Okay, Kottapuram, Kollam, Udayamandalam and Chambakkara canals. Okay, children, the third one, the third waterways, the National Waterways is the West Coast Canal in Kerala. Okay, children, between which all other places? Kottapuram, Kollam, Udayamandalam and Chambakkara canals. This is the third national waterway. Next, National Waterway number 4. Specified stretches of Godavari and Krishna river along with Kakinada, Puducherry stretches of canals. Okay, that is in Godavari and Krishna. That is in Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, Godavari and Krishna river along with the Kakinada, Puducherry stretches of canals. Okay, children, now we discussed about 4 canals, that is national waterways. Okay, first national waterway is Ganga river between Allahabad and Haldia. Then second, Brahmaputra river between Sadia and Dhubri. Then third, national waterway number 3rd, the West Coast Canal in Kerala, that is Kottapuram, Kollam, Udayamandalam and Chambakkara canals. Then number 4, National Waterways number 4, the specified stretches of Godavari and Krishna river along with the Kakinada, Puducherry stretches of canals. Then last one, National Waterways number 5, specified stretches of river Brahmani along with the Mathai river delta canals of Mahanadi and Brahmani rivers and East Coast Canal. Okay, children, listen, the next one, that is National Waterways number 5. Okay, this is the dark blue color. Okay, children. Okay, children, that is the specified stretches of river Brahmani from here. Okay, then Brahmani along with the Mathai river delta canals of Mahanadi and Brahmaputra river. Mahanadi, Brahmaputra rivers delta place. Okay, Mahanadis and Brahmaputra's delta rivers and the East Coast Canal. East Coast Canal. Okay, children, once again, National Waterways number 5, Brahmani river along with the Mathai river delta canals of Mahanadi and Brahmaputra river and East Coast Canal. This is National Waterways number 5. Okay, children. These are the 5 national waterways. Then this is Ganga river between Allahabad and Khaldia. This is national waterways number 1. And here, okay, the Brahmaputra river between Sadia and Dubri. This is the national waterways number 2. And the third in this side, in our place, that is the West Coast Canal in Kerala. Kottapuram Kollam, Udayamandalam and Chambakara canals. And the next one, number 4, and this side. Okay. That is here, this side. Okay, children. This one. Okay, children. Here itself. Okay. That is specified stretches of Godavari. That is this side. This is the national waterways number 4. Okay, specified stretches of Godavari and Krishna river along with the Kakinada Puducherry stretches of canal. Then number 5, national waterways number 5. This, that is the specified stretches of river Brahmani along with the Mathai river, delta canals of Mahanadi and Brahmani river and East Coast Canal. Clear, children? These are the 5 national waterways which our government declared as national waterways. Okay, children. Next one, major seaports. India is dotted with 12 major and 187 non-major ports. India is dotted with 12 major. How many major, children? 12 major and 187 non-major ports. The major ports handle 95% of India's foreign trade. Then almost the foreign trades takes place in which ports, children? That major ports. Okay. India has dotted with 12 major ports and 187 non-major ports. The major ports handle 95% of India's foreign trade. First one, Kandla. Kutch. Kandla, Kutch. Okay, first port. This is the first port developed soon after independence. Which is the first port, children? Kandla, Kutch port is the first port we developed soon after independence. Next, Mumbai is the biggest port with the spacious and a natural and well-sheltered harbour. Mumbai is the biggest port in India. Kandla is the first port in India. Soon after the independence, we developed that Kandla port. Then second, Mumbai is the biggest port in India. Then Visakhapatnam was the deepest and landlocked port. Okay, children, now I am explaining about the importance of ports. Okay, the speciality of the ports. Kandla is the first port. Then Kandla have another feature also. It is the tidal port also. Okay, Kandla is the first port. Soon after the independence, we developed that port and it is a tidal port also. Mumbai is the biggest port with a spacious and a natural and a well-sheltered harbour. Mumbai is the biggest port in India. Visakhapatnam was the deepest and landlocked port. Kochi is the extreme southwestern port harbour. In the southwestern side, which is the extreme port harbour, that is in Kochi. Kolkata is an inland riverine port. Okay, which is the inland riverine port, that is Kolkata. Chennai is the oldest artificial port of the country. Which is the oldest artificial port of the country? Chennai. Marmoga is the premier iron ore exporting seaport of the country. Marmoga is the premier iron ore exporting seaport of the country. Clear? India is dotted with 12 major and 187 non-major ports. The major ports handle 95% of India's foreign trade. First port was Kandla. Soon after the independence, we developed. Then second, Mumbai is the biggest one. Then Vishakhapatnam is the deepest one. Chennai is the oldest artificial port. Kolkata is an inland riverine port. Mormugao is the premier iron ore exporting port. And Kochi is the extreme southwestern port harbour. Okay. Next, airways. The air travel is the fastest, most comfortable and prestigious mode of transport. You know that. It is the fastest means of transport and it is comfortable means of transport and a prestigious mode of transport also. It covers very difficult terrain like high mountains, dense forest and also long oceanic stretches with a great ease. Okay children, it cover very difficult terrain. That means in where very difficult to construct roadways and railways, we can use which means of transport? That is airways. It also very useful for the rescue operation during natural and human-made calamities like floods, earthquakes, famine, epidemics and war. That means very difficult to reach in that place. The natural calamities or a human-made calamities, that time very difficult to reach in that place. That time, that means through the roadways or through the railways, we can't reach in that calamity areas. Then, in which means of transport we can use for reaching in that areas? That is airways. These are the uses of that airways. Airways, air travel is the fastest means of transport and most comfortable and prestigious mode of transport. It covers very difficult terrain like high mountains, dense forest and also long oceanic stretches. It is also very useful for the rescue operation during natural and human-made calamities. The air transport was nationalized in 1953. In which year we nationalized this air transport, children? 1953, we nationalized the air transport. Indian Airlines, Alliance Air, private scheduled airlines and non-scheduled operators provide domestic air services. Domestic air services means within the country. The Indian Airlines, Alliance Air, private scheduled airlines and non-scheduled operators provide domestic air services. Then, Air India provide international air services. Indian Airlines provide domestic air services and Air India provide international air services. It is also considered an important means of transport in the northeastern part of our country. It is also considered an important means of transport in the northeastern part of our country. Why children? Like that? The northeastern part means it is the our Himalaya is coming and the rivers also there in that area. So okay, that is why it is considered and the important means of transport in the northeastern part of our country. Which is considered an important means of transport in the northeastern part of our country? That is airways. Okay, children, in which year we nationalized these airways? That is in 1953. Air India provided which air services? That is domestic air services. Domestic air services or international air services? That is Air India? Air India provide international air services and Indian Airlines provide domestic air services. Clear, children? Okay, children, I am going to stop here. See you next time. Thank you, dears.